Hi, I'm here to talk about Piper from Charmed. I think that Piper is a really good character. I think that Piper, being the middle sister, really added a lot to Charmed early on. With her being older than Phoebe, but not as old as Prue, she's a character that could have easily had been more in the background and not as memorable as the other two sisters because of that, but I really feel like that's not what ended up happening with Piper. Uh, she's a very compelling character where she doesn't feel quite as mature as Prue, but she does feel more mature than Phoebe. And it was really interesting to see whether she would side with Prue or with Phoebe in certain situations. And that really added a lot. And I think that Piper really helped the dynamic be more interesting. Having a mature character and a more immature character feels pretty common, but putting Piper in there and having her be uh, in the middle between being mature and immature was really interesting. And Piper often felt like a character that could be very shy and modest, which made her very sympathetic to me. But she's also a very entertaining character. With Phoebe being the most immature of the sisters, it could have been easy for Phoebe to just have the funny stuff. But Piper is arguably even funnier than Phoebe. Piper's snarkiness is so enjoyable. Uh, it's very entertaining to listen to. Piper really has a great personality that's so much fun to watch, and she's able to do that without just being a comedic character. There are a lot of really emotional scenes involving Piper, and there are times where she's the most emotionally compelling and sympathetic character in the show, and that is really impressive considering she's often the character that brings a lot of snarky charm to the show. There's so much more to her than just her humor, which I think is really cool. And her interactions with various characters is cool, in my opinion. Her interactions with Prue are great. I feel like she and Phoebe have a very strong dynamic, and she has a lot of fun interactions with various supporting characters. Piper really helped elevate a lot of moments and episodes when it comes to Charmed, and I think that is very cool, and I think that she is easily one of the most important characters of Charmed, and I don't think it would have been as good of a show as Charmed ended up being without her.